Welcome to Legacy Love, a Supernal Rootz Signature Series special. Greetings, spiritual kinfolk. What's up, my fellow extraordinary evolutionary revolutionaries? Okay, y'all, just a quick check-in before we go anywhere or get into anything major. So please don't overthink it. Just answer honestly. Inside your spirit, inside your body, inside your I already know the truth place, okay? Who taught you what love looks like without even ever saying a word? What part of your love style is actually survival, not love? Which family pattern are you done repeating, starting today? Where do you keep calling being strong when it's really just being unsupported? And when's the last time you felt safe receiving love without having to earn it first? Oof. I know, right? Well, that's where we're starting. Because this is Supernal Rootz Legacy Love Edition, and I'm dropping a 4-episode series about how we heal, how we love, how we rise, and how we stop handing the same pain down like it's a freaking family heirloom. So, let me tell you what you're really getting in all of this, so you can relax and lock in. By the end of this episode, you're going to understand the love you inherited, what's worth keeping, what needs to be released, and what you're not repeating another day. And I'm going to give you a simple practice you can use this week, real life, real time, to start shifting your love frequency from survival to freedom. Now, take one deep breath with me. Inhale. Exhale. All right, let's get into it. Part 1, the love you didn't choose. Real talk, it might have been in your spiritual divine life contract, but you really didn't consciously choose the first version of love you experienced. You didn't choose the tone of the house you grew up in. You didn't choose whether affection was soft and consistent or rare and conditional. You didn't choose whether apology was normal or whether everybody stayed mad and acted like you were supposed to just know why. You didn't choose whether conflict meant we talk it out or we explode or we go silent and punish each other with distance. You didn't choose whether your tears got comfort or got mocked. You didn't choose whether your needs were respected or treated like an inconvenience. But here's what we have to face, gently but honestly. Just because you didn't consciously choose it doesn't mean you're not still carrying it. Because legacy love is inherited, not just the sweet parts, the habits, the reflexes, the coping, the I don't need nobody defense. The let me fix everything so I don't get abandoned strategy. The if I'm quiet and helpful, nobody will be mad at me script. The I'll do it myself because asking for help feels humiliating pattern. The I'm good, I'm fine, I'm straight mask. While your chest is tight, your stomach is in knots, and your spirit is tired. And listen, this episode is not about blaming your parents or shaming your family. Let me say that clearly. This is not drag your mama day. This is not bash your daddy day. This is not your people are trash talk. No. Fam, this is about acknowledging something mature. Love styles get passed down, just like recipes, slang, posture, and prayer. And if we don't examine what we inherited, we repeat it automatically. And that's the part people don't like, because repetition is sneaky. Repetition doesn't announce itself like, hello, I'm a generational pattern. I'm here to ruin your life. Nah. Instead, repetition shows up as you keep picking partners who feel familiar, even if familiar is chaos. You keep choosing friends who drain you because you are trained to be the strong one. You keep getting jobs where you do the most and get the least because your nervous system thinks love equals overgiving. You keep tolerating disrespect because you're used to love being mixed with pain. You keep calling anxiety intuition because you grew up in a house where you had to read the room to stay safe. So today, we're going to name it, not to shame it, to free you from it. Because you can't heal what you won't name. And you can't change what you keep calling and defending as just how I am. The core truth. The love you grew up with often becomes the love you default to, even when you swear you would never. That's why people can say, I don't want a relationship like my parents, and then still pick the same freaking dynamics, just in different packaging. Because your conscious mind can want one thing, and your subconscious mind, your nervous system, can crave what's familiar. And the body is persuasive. The body will say, this feels like home, even if home was inconsistent, even if home was tense, even if home meant you had to earn affection, even if home meant you were always bracing for somebody's mood. So this episode is like an ancestral audit, a legacy love audit, a spiritual inventory, not to judge you, to empower you. Because real excellence is not just what we accomplish on paper. Real excellence is what we heal in private. Real excellence is when we stop surviving our relationships and start building love that can actually hold us. Part 2. 3 inherited love patterns and how they show up. I'm going to give you 3 core inherited love patterns. You might have one, you might have a mix. Shoot, you might hear all 3 and go, that's my whole family tree. Be gentle with yourself. We're not here to spiral. We're here to see. Pattern number 1, conditional love. I love you when. Conditional love is love with requirements. Affection tied to behavior. Approval tied to performance. Care tied to convenience. It sounds like, I'm proud of you when you do well. You're lovable when you behave. You're good when you don't cause problems. You're worthy when you make me look good. And a lot of times, it doesn't even get said out loud. Sometimes it's just the vibe. You get warmth when you're useful, and coldness when you're human. So what does that teach a child? It teaches you to earn love, to be perfect, to anticipate people's needs, to shrink. Then you grow up and your adult relationships become a performance stage, always trying to get it right, always trying not to be too much, always monitoring your tone, your needs, your emotions, like love is fragile, and you're one mistake away from being discarded. And when you finally meet someone who wants to love you freely, it can feel suspicious. It can feel too easy. That's how deep conditioning goes. Pattern number 2, silent love. I provide, so that's love. Silent love is when love exists, but it's not expressed emotionally. It's practical, it's functional, it's duty-based. It sounds like, I put a roof over your head. You got clothes, don't you? You ate, didn't you? You want love? You got bills paid. Sometimes it's just how your family operated. You got taken care of, but not tended to. Provided for, but not seen. Stability, but not softness. Discipline, but not emotional safety. Silent love teaches you that intimacy is optional. Don't ask for words. Don't ask for affection. Don't ask for reassurance. Swallow your feelings and call it maturity. Then you grow up and you think, if someone isn't hitting me, they must love me. If somebody isn't leaving, that's good enough. If somebody provides money, I should be grateful and not ask for closeness. Silent love creates relationships where nobody is abusive, but nobody is nourished. Where everybody is fine, but nobody is full. Where everybody is together, but everybody is lonely. Pattern number 3, sacrificial love. I suffered for you. Sacrificial love is love that comes with guilt. It says, I gave up everything, so you owe me. It says, my pain proves my devotion. It sounds like, after all I've done for you, I sacrificed my life for this family. You don't know what I went through. Don't make my sacrifice meaningless. And look, some of our people truly did sacrifice. That's real. And we honor that. But here's where the pattern gets dangerous. When suffering becomes the standard of love. When pain becomes proof. When rest feels like betrayal. When boundaries feel selfish. When choosing yourself feels wrong. Sacrificial love teaches you that love is supposed to hurt, that you're supposed to take it and hold it down because that's what strong people do. So you grow up and keep choosing situations that require you to bleed to belong. You keep attracting people who love what you do, but not who you are. You keep being the one who carries everything, while everybody praises you for being so strong. And you start to confuse exhaustion with virtue. So let's pause real quick for a body check. Let me pause right here. Love, which one hit you? Conditional? Silent? Sacrificial? Even if you're like, it's not that serious, ask your body. Your body knows. Your nervous system knows. Your chest knows. Your shoulders know. Your sleep knows. Your relationships know. Part 3, a real life example. All right, y'all, so let me give you something you can see. Because sometimes it's easier to spot a pattern in somebody else before we can admit it in ourselves. One of my spiritual kinfolk, a beautiful sister, came to me and said, "IAYAALIS, why do I always end up with people who treat me like a freaking afterthought? I give everything. I show up. I hold it down. And they still act like I'm optional." Now listen, her question sounded like a relationship question, but I already knew it was a legacy love question. So I asked her, "Tell me about the first place you learned love." And she started talking about childhood, not in a dramatic way, just facts. But as she spoke, the pattern started lighting up like a sign. She said, "When I got good grades, people were happy with me. When I helped with the younger kids, I got praised. When I was quiet, when I stayed out of the way, when I didn't ask for much, everybody loved me. But when I had feelings, when I needed comfort, when I was scared, folks got busy. Or they told me I was being dramatic. Or they told me to stop crying. Or they told me, 'You good, you straight.' So I asked her, 'What did you learn you had to do to be lovable?' And she got quiet because she knew I had to be useful. Y'all, that's conditional love. So guess what her adult relationships looked like. Partners who wanted a helper, not a whole human. Friends who called when they needed something, disappeared when she needed support. Work situations where she became the fixer, the caretaker, the emotional janitor. and she didn't even realize she was doing it because it felt normal. It felt familiar. It felt like love. And I told her something that changed her whole outlook. Girl, you keep thinking you're trying to find love, I said. But really, you're trying to finish a childhood sentence. Meaning, you keep recreating the same situation, hoping it ends differently. You keep trying to get chosen by the same kind of energy. You keep trying to earn what should have been freely given. And then, when she realized that, she cried. Not because it was new, but because she finally named it. And fam, once you name it, you can change it. Because now you can stop confusing familiarity with destiny. Now you can stop calling crumbs a meal. Now you can stop calling bare minimum a blessing. Now you can build a new standard. Part 4, honor without repeating. Now here's the question I get all the time. How do I love my family and still set boundaries? How do I honor my ancestors and still do it differently? How do I respect my people and still refuse the parts that harmed me? And here's the answer, y'all. You hold it like a hybrid. Do both. This is spiritual maturity. This is grown folk love. You can say, I see how hard you loved me with what you had, and I'm choosing to love myself with what I know now. I'm not rejecting you. I'm breaking a cycle. I love you, and I'm doing this differently. That "and" is the key, not "but," because "but" sounds like a fight, "and" sounds like a bridge. And that's what we're building here. Now, real talk, when you raise your standard, you will discover who was only comfortable with you when you were overgiving. And that can hurt. That can shock you. That can bring up guilt. But guilt does not mean you're wrong. Sometimes guilt just means you're changing the contract. And your body might confuse boundaries with danger because the old environment taught you if you speak up, you get punished. If you ask for more, you get rejected. If you say no, you get abandoned. So your body tightens when you set a boundary. Not because the boundary is wrong, because your body remembers what used to happen. And this is why we do these practices, because we're teaching the body a new truth. Love can be safe. Boundaries can be safe. Receiving can be safe. Rest can be safe. So, practice this affirmation. I can honor the people without honoring the pattern. Say it again. I can honor the people without honoring the pattern. Because the goal is not to erase your story. The goal is to heal what needs healing so the future isn't carrying what you carried. They survived so you could thrive. They endured so you could evolve. They carried the weight so you could put it down. And here's the real practice of legacy love. Some of what you inherited is worth keeping, worth marrying to your future. Some of it served a season. It was a fuck it or fudge it and move on lesson. You learned. You grew. It's done. And some of it, you gotta kill it lovingly, but clearly, because it's not yours to carry anymore. That's how you evolve your lineage without disrespecting it. Your healing is their liberation too. Part 5, Integration Practice. All right, y'all. You ready? Let's do a quick practice right now to move this from head knowledge into your body. I want you to think about one inherited love pattern you're ready to release. Not fix, not manage, not explain away. Release. It might be, I can't ask for help. I have to earn love. I can't rest. My needs are a burden. If I'm not useful, I'm not lovable. If I set a boundary, I'll be abandoned. So, love, pick one. Now, please say this with me, slowly, and let it land. I honor the love that came before me. I release the patterns that no longer serve me. I choose love that feels like freedom. Are you feeling that? Is it starting? Okay, let's do it again. I honor the love that came before me. I release the patterns that no longer serve me. I choose love that feels like freedom. That's good. One more time. Let's say it one more time, okay? I honor the love that came before me. I release the patterns that no longer serve me. I choose love that feels like freedom. Now, take one breath, one big breath, and imagine your shoulders dropping. Imagine your jaw unclenching. Imagine your spirit saying, finally, finally. Wonderful. And that's the beginning. Here's some journal prompts. 3 questions. Now, later today, if you can, grab a journal or your notes app and answer these 3 questions, okay? And keep in mind, I'm not asking you to write a dissertation. I'm just asking you to tell the truth. Number 1, what did love feel like in my childhood home? Not what people said, what it felt like in your body. Did it feel safe? Was it tense? Unpredictable? Warm? Guarded? Did you feel seen? Or did you feel managed? Number 2, what did I learn I had to do to be good or lovable? Be quiet? Be helpful? Be perfect? Be funny? Be the peacekeeper? Be invisible? Be the caretaker? Be the achiever? Number 3, where do I still see that pattern in my life right now? In friendships? In romance? In family? In your relationship with money? In your relationship with rest? With your own needs? Remember, love, answering all of this, it's no judgment, no shame, just inventory. Because real talk, you cannot transform what you refuse to look at. All right. CTA time. Call to action. Now, if you're feeling this and you want to take it deeper, I created something just for you. It's called Legacy Love, the Reset. It's a short guided audio practice. It has breath work, ancestral release, and a love forward vow, built to reset your love frequency from survival to freedom. It's made for replay because sometimes you don't need more info. Sometimes you need a new internal rhythm. You can go to IAYAALIS.com. I'll put it in the notes below to make it easy for you to grab. One link, one practice, one shift. If you don't see the link right away, don't stress it. It'll be coming soon, okay? Now, all right, before I close all of this out, love, I want you to hear this in your spirit. Not as a cute quote, as a living truth. You are allowed to upgrade the definition of love you were given. You are allowed to say they did the best they could with what they had. And now I know better. You are allowed to keep the good, release the harm, and build something stronger on top of it. That doesn't erase your people. That doesn't erase the nights they cried, the prayers they prayed, the songs they sang, the sacrifices they made. It means their sacrifices weren't in vain, because you are refusing to pass the wound forward. And that right there, that is excellence. That right there is a legacy. That right there is love. So, if you've been feeling guilty for changing, if you've been feeling selfish for resting, if you've been feeling wrong for having standards, love, let this be your permission slip. Your standards are sacred. Your healing is honorable. Your peace is not negotiable. Your love gets to feel like freedom. Remember what we said at the top. You did not consciously choose the first version of love you experienced. But you do get to choose what you carry now. You do get to choose what you repeat. You do get to choose what ends with you. And that's the work. That's the mission. That is the moment. Episode 2, the bridge. All right, y'all. So in episode 2, we're going to go deeper into the pattern loop. How inherited love patterns repeat in real time. In romance, in family, in work, in friendships. And how to interrupt the cycle before it costs you peace. Because loving yourself in a world that profits from your self-doubt, that's some powerful, spiritually true, evolutionary, revolutionary work right there. That's that real shite. So, stay close. This is just the beginning. Y'all, this is IAYAALIS, Kalimayat LOI, repping as the MDMO, the multi-dimensional mouth, right here in your ear once again, in full support of you in all your positive manifestation endeavors. Love, please never forget, you are allowed to love differently than you were taught. May we all continue to metaphysically and magically level up always in all ways to miraculously manifest forever, ever. And just like that, y'all, I'm out. Until next time, catch you in the next dimension. Eternal Supernal, in love we thrive, live love, love life. Your higher love doctor, IAYAALIS. You are supernal, heavenly, celestial, divine.